So the two items of official business are...
Let's get down to official Harmontown business. Order!
First, we have Jane came to...
I will clear this comic book store.
Jane, I think you... If I gleaned... I heard through the grapevine there may be some official business that you have, right? No?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah?
Yes.
There's a case in your lap. Would you like to come up and...
Jane, everybody.
Nice. That's my music? I like it.
Yeah. That's the official Jane theme.
Whoa.
I like your new hair. Is that a new hair thing?
New hair thing.
I
yeah.
love it.
Thank you. So, so we had, remember back in May, I brought a couple glasses for you and for Jeff.
Glassgate.
That we'd had made. Glassgate.
I still have mine.
You've still got yours.
Yes.
But Dan's went missing.
Well, wait, what's this?
That's a new one.
Oh, wait, but... Oh, what's in the case?
A couple more.
Oh, okay. I thought this was Jeff's when I walked into the room, and I was like, "Oh, that's bigger." Oh, you thought when I didn't drink out of this, you thought like maybe I was
you were
like
a piece of
sending you a
shit.
signal.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck your glass.
Use it, man. Use it. That's
Fuck
yours.
your crowdfunded glass. Wasn't there controversy about the crowdfunding of the glass?
We after the first one was gone, we assumed stolen based on the word from backstage. There was a lot of outcry online, and we knew that you were disappointed. We knew that people really enjoyed seeing the special rocks glass that we'd made. So we...
And for the listeners not watching the video, they're kind of a beautiful play off of a red Solo cup.
Yeah, so they're based on the design of a Solo cup. So I came up with the design for it, and then I worked with a glass maker. So I work in Corning, and worked with a master glass blower to
and
make...
this is conflict glass, isn't it? This is.
It's made out of sand that
from Aleppo.
Yes, absolutely.
There's a special when a mortar round hits sand, it creates a special glass it just has a little less aftertaste.
There's actually some trinitite mixed in there too. There's some the molten sand from White Sands is there from the first nuclear explosion. No, I'm kidding.
Sorry. I've got bits. You got bits.
That's good. No, I know you're interested in glass blowing. So we did an Indiegogo. We raised the money to pay the glass blower to recreate his work, and in the process, he made the double rocks glass for you to make up for yours. You've already got one, so we didn't make one for you. But
I'm set.
Can we do a reverse Indiegogo where I can just pay everybody back for?
Whoa.
So we actually have a full set of 4 now.
Oh, cute.
With a slot for Dan and Jeff.
And also for the listener, it's in what looks like a weapons grade gun case.
Yeah,
custom foam insert.
So this is actually a request from Chris and Sarah backstage to have something in a Pelican case that they could then store with the equipment.
Yeah, it's a Nick
backstage.
Fury beverage ware.
How did
case.
you make those custom foam inserts, I want to know? Because I've often looked into getting some custom foam inserts made.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about the sponsor.
This is
Marcus's custom foam inserts.
from me inserts.
So many nights, like 2, 3 a.m., I'll get a text from Spencer just haranguing me about foam inserts.
Right. It's near and dear to my heart, in all honesty.
We can take this offline. I can give you some.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen this commercial for? I don't have to watch commercials, but we were in New York, and so I saw a lot of this catheter cowboy, and that I think on Instagram. But and then there was this guy, like the My Pillow guy. Have you guys know that? Is that air here?
He's so proud of his pillows.
It's so funny because his product is called My Pillow. Like in his mind, it's a brand name. but it's just the words "my pillow." So all he is a 9-foot mustachioed, like kind of firefighter physiqued guy clutching a pillow to his chest, just saying, "My pillow's the best pillow you'll ever have." And he's just talking about my pillow and how great it is, and it's adorable.
You're gonna love my pillow if you can get it.
I designed my pillow so that my head could. Yeah.
I dare you to take my pillow.
Normal pillows make you lose sleep. My pillow doesn't. I wake up in the morning refreshed all the time. Call my pillow if you want my pillow. Anyways, so Jane, how's it going? Jane the person. Give us some updates. Not Jane the glassware provider.
Right. This second part. So I've actually we've been talking on and off over the last 3 years, really. I've actually reached a point where I have given notice at work that that I'd like my name officially on the record to begin to be Dr. Jane Cook.
Oh.
And so I'm hoping that'll come to pass in the next couple of months at work, so that'll be officially out there.
I kind of like that. That's the last step. Like that says something about you as a person. That I like the last step being the professional world. Well, it
need to be. I built up a reputation over like 20 years as a scientist, and my name was out there on papers and patents and whatnot. So there was sort of, and there was also a respect for the institution. I mean, I work at a museum, which is it's a public educational institution, and my transitioning, my gender is sort of my thing. How I present it, I don't want the story of that institution to be me.
Right.
The story of the institution is glass, it's science, it's art, it's history. It had to get to a point where I was feeling comfortable enough with my presentation, comfortable enough with my safety net, that I was willing to then take that next step in a way that wouldn't impact the broader world that I was part of. But one thing that is important to me, two aspects of this is I'm not doing like a legal name change and I'm not doing a legal gender change because fuck it. I don't need the government's permission to say what I am. I don't need the government's permission to say what my name is. Now, when I've got a lot of people who care about me, who like me to be me.
When you fill out government like documents, and it says there's M or F, do you just stick with what was already given just for simplicity's sake?
Well, I sort of think about what's the intent of the demographic information. So if I'm going to be flying, there's still a whole thing where if I'm going to be reading mail, it's probably better to put the M down. But if I know they're just collecting information about what's the gender of the people who are buying this couch, I'll put female.
Oh, good, yeah.
Yeah, because I'm a female person on the couch. But I'm a male person still when I go through.
I thought you were like if you got the couch because it had cup holders, you'll put male.
Yeah, exactly.
But if you got it because
I like the fabric. It's cushy.
When you're talking to a trans person, you can just do all the old '80s gender jokes.
Exactly.
It's great.
Absolutely.
His toilet seat. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, I don't know about toilet seats up and down. But man,
directions.
But I want the toilet paper going around the top. That's. Somebody went. Woo! I know how to push this button. Yeah, it's good. But yeah.
So that's good. And so you gave notice, but do you have any feedback from that? As a
I'm really lucky to work at a really great place. That it was. Congratulations.
Yeah,
we're behind you. This is great. We're so happy.
And you had that feeling about them. They're people of science. You worked in you know these people forever, and you know that they respected you. And I think that's important to stress. Like that's very menschy of you. Is that the reason you
femshi
the reason you menschy not non-binary you
episode title.
You exercised restraint not out of shame and not out of profiteering or any like self-preservation, but out of actual deference to the environment. Like you said, I think that's cool and neat. Like very heroic. Like there's different cultures out there where we're all warring with each other. There's people that are militant about the fact that I don't want to throw them under the bus. That they're like, if someone's gay and they're out there, I'm going to out them. You know, that whole thing that we were going through in the 90s when it was like, you're out, we're outing you. And then other people going, well, wait, how is that helping if the person wants to be in the closet? It's like very confusing issues and stuff. So I find that fascinating that you have to just sit on a couch with cup holders and think about that shit a lot. Like you have to. Nobody else has to. Most other people don't have to think that much about that shit, which is actually part and parcel of. On the reverse side, isn't that part of the problem when we run into bigotry and stuff? It's like people going, "What? I got to think about this now," and it's like an unplowed sidewalk in front of their house that you didn't tell them they had, and they're like, "I resent that. Like I don't have work to do."
I think there's a deeper psychological and personality thing that goes into this. That I think just about anybody can come up with some binary that they're a part of, some system that that's imposed on them. But the real issue is is buried in what you were saying, is this idea of being self-examining. And being either just by your personal nature, you need to be able to think about how you think. You need to think about how you fit in. And if you have the privilege, right? If you're higher up Maslow's pyramid, that you actually have the resources and the privilege and the opportunity to really dig into yourself without sacrificing the fact that you don't have. I've got a place to live. I've got food. I've got clothes. I've got family. I've got friends. Okay, good. I can think about whether or not my gender identity matches my equipment. That's a privilege. And then to be able to actually act on it, that's another privilege. And to be able to act on it with a certain amount of safety, that's another privilege. And a lot of people don't get to that point. But I think everybody, I believe in my heart, nobody fits in to anything. The game is to figure out.
That's why when they hear the word privilege, the alarms go up because they think that it precedes their fire truck being taken away. You're privileged. You have too much already, and they feel like Judge Reinhold in Fast Times when the guidance counselor says, "Sorry, but the party's over." He's like, "I'm waiting for it to start." That's what privileged people feel when they hear the word privilege. Is they're like, "Wait, privilege? I just finished arguing with a lady at the bank that it's my money, and you're telling me stuff about." And so it's not to validate anger and hatred, but just to say. That's what's happening. Like we all got a lot of shit to deal with, and the word privilege is being perceived too much as like someone wants your pants. You have too much pants. No one wants your pants. You don't have to give anybody your pants. Like it's just never gonna happen. No one's gonna come in and take your pants. And I think and that is why we get down to like, oh, I'm proud of my race and I'm proud of my gender, because it's like there's almost an uplifting silver lining there where it's like, well. We used to be worried about who's going to take our property, who's going to, we're in a first world empire, so we could be within reach of actual, like, kind of like evolution if the timeline goes one way instead of the other, because we've really gotten down to shit that are so fundamental to human nature.
Yeah, we've gotten to this point where we're actually recognizing what's our fear point, right? What really motivates us?
Because you can always sense how, like, Megyn Kelly talking about, like the Fox News thing. It's like that's always that's what draws those viewers. It's that thing of like, up next, a law that says Santa has to be Mexican, and they like feed into this like this fear. Folks in Acapulco say yes, and there's always this unspoken story of what's next, what's next, what's next, what are they going to do next, what are they going to take away next, and it's like nothing's ever been taken from you. And nothing's ever been given to you either. Like, you don't even have that much. If you're proud of Santa Claus's color, like, you might be fucking disenfranchised too. You might be a fucking redneck. You might have been handed a pack of saltine crackers by your mama and told that that's a 6-course meal, and that no one's ever gonna take these saltines away from you, baby. And it's like there's a like when people get upset when they go like, Santa Claus, there's a biracial Santa Claus at the mall. How could that happen? 50 years ago, Santa was white all the time. Now he's biracial. I can't take it. It happens so fast. The good news with that is that if Santa Claus's color can change that quickly, that means you're a week from being smart. Like, you can change faster. You're not a fucking logo. You're not a children's book. You're not a classic television show. You're not a comic book. Like, you're a fucking human being, and you could have a new tradition that wouldn't be easily defileable because it wouldn't be based on race. Like, it would be having corporate. We've done that with everything else. No one got mad. Well, actually, people did. When someone invented the heater, and someone was probably like, heaters? That little tiny atoms making me hot instead of open flame? What's next? My baby living longer? Like, progress fucks with shit that was happening yesterday. Oh, in every fucking fundamental way. What? I can't eat meat now? Well, I always ate meat. Like, but was it like, what was this? Was this meat country? Was this white country? Was this? It wasn't anything. It's just your culture was a collection of fucking references. Like, it was like, oh, Green Lantern's white. Stephen King's a writer. Everyone should have 2 dogs. Fireplaces are square. It's just random shit. Like that shit changing isn't gonna. What am I talking about? Where did I?
Thank you for coming to Harmontown, everybody. That's been our show. Woo! Let's hear for Dr. Jane.
Congratulations, Jane.
Thank you for our glasses and our beautiful foam cutouts. Brought to you by Excelsior Foam Inserts, the finest in foam inserts. If you want foam inserts, Excelsior Foam Inserts. Steve Levy. The guy that gave us the Werner Herzog book, Spencer Crittenden. It's your son, Devin Cook, Jane's son. I'm Jeff Davis, your mayor's Dan Harmon.
See you next week.
Drive fast and take chances.